DSP tries it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of DSP Tries It. And for this episode, we're returning to Arby's, which lately has had a few new offerings on the menu, which is kind of rare for them. Usually they just have a variation or something, but today we're trying out a new combo. In particular, the one new thing with the combo is the sandwich, but I'm going to rate it as a combo since it does come with a variety of stuff. So Arby's has a new variety of sandwiches called BBQ Bourbon. Apparently what it's supposed to be is any, kind of meat that they would offer with kind of a barbecue variety, including turkey, brisket, or steak. And they have their specialty bacon that I believe, I'm not sure if it's the candied bacon or if it's just like the peppered bacon. I'm not sure yet. We're going to find out firsthand here. But it's supposed to have a special barbecue bourbon sauce as well as some kind of like a smoked and melted cheddar cheese on the sandwich. So there are various price ranges. The combo for turkey in my local Arby's was $7.69. If you wanted brisket, it was $8.09, and I believe steak was the most expensive. A little more than that. I'm not sure because I didn't look at all the prices because really, honestly, I was more interested in the turkey. Not to say that steak or brisket aren't delicious. They absolutely are. But for me, I got to try to stay away from the red meats as much as possible. So I went for the turkey. So this is the combo, small combo, standard fries, your small drink, even though quite honestly, their small soda and small fries are the size of what used to be a medium when I was a kid. So that's why whenever I go out, I always get the small combo because I know it's going to be more than enough for me. So here's the sandwich. Let's take a look at it. The barbecue bourbon turkey sandwich. And by the way, I should know, there's one other variation I didn't mention. It's the barbecue bacon triple stack, or barbecue bourbon, triple stack, where it's both turkey, steak, and freaking brisket. I mean, that's insane. Can you imagine how much meat is on that thing? How many calories, how much fat, how much salt? Oh my God. I'm sure some people like that. That's too much for me, man. That's way too much for me. All right, so here we go. First of all, a specialty bun. This is not the standard bun you get on their sandwiches. Looks like some kind of a cross top, almost like a thick brioche, but it's not. It's like thicker than that. Let's take a look what's under the bun. We've got some, see, I didn't even know that was on there. Some fried, crispy onion rings, right? It's the onion crisps, actually. I see some kind of a sauce. I'm assuming that's the barbecue bourbon sauce. There's bacon on there. Again, I don't know. It doesn't look like the candied bacon to me that they sell from time to time, so it just looks like standard bacon to me. I see some melted, what looks like smoky cheddar, and I see the turkey underneath. Now, I'm just curious, what's on the bottom, right? Is there anything on the bottom, or is what we just saw the equivalent of what comes on there? And look, a nice onion crisp that was loose. I'm gonna munch on that, because I'm hungry. Oh man. That's delicious. Greasy and fried as hell, but delicious. All right, flip this over. And wow, extra sauce on the bottom. Now again, is that the same as the sauce on top? I don't know, but it's good. This will be a sandwich that will not be dry on one side. A lot of times when you go to burger places and stuff, right? The sandwich ends up being dry, either on the top or bottom, depending on where they put the sauce. Looks like that will not be the case with this sandwich, all right? So let's try to reposition it here. So the meat is on the sandwich and we're ready to take a nice bite. Here we go. All right. So, my first bite of the Arby's barbecue bourbon turkey sandwich. Hold on, let me just position it here properly. There we go. All right, ready? I'm gonna give it a bite. I'll let you know what it looks like. No matter where I bite, I'm not gonna get any of the onions, sadly. It's kind of more in the center. All right, let's give it a bite. Oh, wow. Folks, I was wrong. First of all, it is the candied bacon, and it is freaking amazing. It is such a good flavor because you got the super sweetness of candied sugar on the saltiness and savoriness of bacon, plus turkey. Their turkey's good. They have smoked turkey at Arby's that tastes delicious. The bourbon sauce is tangy and sweet. Does it taste actually like bourbon? No. Doesn't taste like you're drinking bourbon or whiskey or whatever, but it's delicious. It really does complement the flavors of all the smokiness on here. Let me take another bite. That was delicious, man. Yum. Well, second bite was just as good. This time I actually did get a little bit of the fried onion crumbles, right? And those were quite delicious too. I should get this. I got some bourbon sauce on my face. I can feel it stuck on the side of my mouth. Ugh. It's really good. I have one major criticism when it comes to the sandwich itself. It is very salty. Okay, very salty. Like every component is salty, even with the sweetness and tanginess of the bourbon sauce and the sweetness of the candied bacon. It's still really damn salty. Now, I mean, honestly, when you go to Arby's, you probably expect that, right? Everything at Arby's is salty, but in particular, this does seem like a little bit of a salt overload, all right? But it's not to the point where the sandwich tastes bad. No, not at all. It's still delicious, and I really do like it. Let me take another bite here. That's good. All right. Now, keep in mind, I am reviewing the turkey. I would almost think, if you think about how brisket or how steak tastes, brisket and steak are even honestly more salty than turkey. So I would almost think maybe the turkey might be the best version of this sandwich. I can't definitively say that because I haven't tried the other ones, but I mean, honestly, this is like the perfect level. You get the sweet with the salt. If this was regular bacon instead of the candied bacon, I actually think it would be too salty, but the candied bacon is the correct thing to put on here. So it's delicious in that regard. I like it. I will say this, sauce distribution, thumbs up, because the sauce is both on the top and the bottom. Every bite that I'm biting, I'm getting enough of the bourbon sauce in my mouth. It has not been dry in one single bite, which is excellent. Criticisms. It does taste, just for me, a tad too salty, all right. The onions, I can't really taste them, honestly. It's like all I taste is a lot of the saltiness and the savoriness of the meats and the sweetness of the sauce and tanginess of the sauce and a little bit of the candiedness from the bacon. I don't really taste the onions at all. So maybe the onions aren't even needed. Honestly, maybe lettuce and tomato might have gone better than the onion. I think in this case, I think that it would have added, because it had a little bit more of acidity and some freshness to the sandwich. Like I said, it's so overpowering in one way. Maybe have a little bit of different thing to contrast it, and I think that maybe that would have worked. So I think the onions, nah. Maybe lettuce and tomato would have done better on the sandwich, honestly. But it's not a bad sandwich. In fact, it's a good sandwich, all right? My one major criticism is the price, because this sandwich by itself, I believe, is around $6. Now, that's gonna vary by your region, but $6 for a sandwich, is it as much as a major burger? Probably. It's about the same heft as if you just got a burger somewhere. You know, on comparison, we're talking with the big burgers that they make out there. But I don't know, the sandwich, fries, and drink is enough to fill you? Probably. But you're talking $8+ after tax for this combo. I think it should have been a little bit cheaper. Maybe if they could have pushed for $7.50, might have been a better price point. So really, my two major complaints and criticisms. Number one, the onions don't really add anything to the sandwich. You can't really taste them. I would have liked lettuce or tomato. And number two, I do think it's a tad bit pricey. But the Arby's BBQ Bourbon turkey sandwich, I like it. It's good. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's pretty good. Is it the absolute best? No, it's not the perfect combination of price and food, all right? And it does have some things that could improve, but it tastes good. If you're looking for something that's definitely sweeter than most of the other Arby's offerings, you know, most Arby's stuff is salt, salt, salt. This actually has some good tanginess and sweetness to it. This is gonna be right up your alley and what you're gonna wanna check out. But if you're looking for more traditional Arby's fare, I would say skip it, because these are the sweeter sandwiches, all right? But it's good. And you know, the one thing that gets me, bourbon. Dude, even if there is a little bit of bourbon, it's not like, it doesn't taste like bourbon. I hate when people think that, I'm not gonna get that, it tastes like alcohol. It doesn't, all right? It tastes tangy, smoky, and sweet. It doesn't have any actual bourbon flavor to it, okay? All right, so that's it for the Arby's BBQ Bourbon Turkey Sandwich Combo Review. I hope you liked it. 4 out of 5 for me. Thanks for watching another episode of DSP Tries It, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.